Alright, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? The music is super loud on my end, but actually, let me do this. There we go. Bring this all the way up. Alright, we're gonna do a quick mic check and see if the audio is, loud enough or super loud that is destroying your eardrums. How's everyone doing? All right, everyone in chat says it's all good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some Seenu live stream extravaganza today. There's actually a lot of work. I kind of mentioned this before in previous episodes. There's still a few interesting builds that I want to do here. Let me actually zoom out and walk you through some of the things that I have planned for this live stream. I don't know if if we'll be able to do them all, but. So, like I said, there's a few specific builds that I want to do in the next couple episodes. However, there's a big chunk of this project that is just, repeating the same type of neighborhood over and over again. So, since I can do that on my own, just sitting here listening to podcasts, I figured it would be a nice idea to stream some of these sort of maintenance sessions and take this opportunity to answer some questions and talk about all things Cities Skylines and even other things that are happening on my channel as well. By the way, the type of neighborhood that we're going to be working on is basically this. Let me zoom in. Also, excuse the terrible frame rate, but I guess at this point you already know how bad this can get. As you can see, we have some fences and some houses and basically some vegetation, nothing too crazy. We just have to replicate this over and over and over again for, a large area. And I have another problem, which is that right now, no planes are spawning here. So I'm guessing if I start, working on this area right here, I can boost some demand for planes because, people coming into the city will take the fastest route, which is right now a boat into the city and not the plane because, well, the majority of people live on this outer island here and the drive is actually much slower than taking a ferry. So hopefully by the time we complete filling this island with the population, we'll get some planes spawning. If not, well, it's just going to be one of those airports that just looks nice and does nothing else. So I'm gonna get to chat in just a second. Before I start reading all the things that are happening super fast, I do want to make a few quick announcements. So within the next couple weeks, I did a collab with someone it's gonna be a surprise until that this is live, but there's gonna be several GeoGuessr episodes coming every 2 days. I think that's how we're planning it. It might change, but for the most part, I think it's going to be pretty, recurring episodes. It's only going to be 5 episodes, so I'm not just going to span my whole channel with GeoGuessr videos. But it's going to be a ton of fun. So stay tuned. I think the first one will be out on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, this live stream will be up on YouTube as soon as I'm done, streaming. I might actually go and edit it a bit and cut the intro, and the audio might be out of sync. If you're watching this in the future and the audio is out of sync, just come back a couple hours later and it should be fine. YouTube usually kind of, doesn't get that right immediately. And also, if you're watching this in the future and you're, in front of you, there's a 2-hour live stream, I recommend you can use, the speed controls that are on the bottom right corner of the screen. So you can set it to 1.5 or 2, and it will cut the stream in half, basically. So, you don't have to sit on a 2-hour recorded live stream, which is usually not as fun as being live, as most of you are today here. And also, yeah, and if we're gonna be, I'm gonna be answering a ton of questions today. So if for whatever reason I just don't see it, please post it again. And if you really want me to answer a question, super chat is finally enabled, so feel free to use that. It really will help a lot. All right, so I'm gonna do this thing where I ask everyone where it's from. So fire away, city and country, please. I can already see a few. I see people from Sweden, from Wisconsin, San Diego. Let's see, from Turkey, from Italy, Tomsk, Russia, Tennessee, from the Czech Republic. I can't read your Asian, sorry. It has too many characters that I can't really pronounce. People from Norway, from Riga and Latvia, Israel. Wow, a lot of people from Israel. From London. I'm actually going to be in London next week for Frontier Expo. I'm really looking forward to that. We have people from Philadelphia, from Ireland, Germany, Texas, from Paris, France, from Argentina, from the Netherlands, from Moscow, Thailand, a lot of people from Turkey too, holy crap. Poland, Florida, Taipei, Taiwan. What time is in there? Shouldn't you be sleeping right now? Portugal, wow. Chile, Mexico, nice. Ohio, you're from Ohio? Canada, of course, Canada. Yeah, Ontario, Canada, to be more specific. Spain, Belgium, North Korea. Yes, I'm sure I have a ton of viewers in North Korea. That's a fact. Cool, Oregon, nice. A lot of, I don't know if the people saying Chile is the same person repeating it's, him or herself, but otherwise there's a lot of people from Chile too. Am I ever going to do SimCity again? I don't know. Definitely not in the immediate future. In fact, I'm kind of doing some research on a game that I've never played yet. In fact, I just bought it yesterday, and I'm actually chatting with someone who's kind of an expert in this game. So hopefully, the game is kind of not as amazing as Cities Skylines, but it does have a ton of potential, and I think you guys will really like it. Yeah, when it comes to SimCity, I don't see myself playing SimCity again soon, but you never know. Yeah, we have a lot of people from Seenu, a lot of people from Arrowhead Junction. Yeah, of course, yes. Manila, nice. What's the game? I don't want to say what the game is. It's gonna be a surprise because it's the little I tried from this game. It was a little bit frustrating. Actually, let's just start working on things while I talk. That's the whole point of the stream. So, by the way, I need to get rid of all this. Yeah, it's been a little bit frustrating getting it up and running. It's not particularly a new game, but it's been like revamped recently. And so, graphics-wise, it looks kind of okay. We can make it look nice, but it's the whole UI thing is just really annoying to deal with. Get rid of all these factories. Yeah, by the way, all this was just me testing things, so do not mind those. In fact, I might as well just get rid of some of these trees here. I haven't played Cities Skylines in several weeks, so you kind of lose like track of where everything is if you're not on top of it. All right, actually should have opened a different tab with the map. Zhu Chan Kuo is asking if they'll see my if they'll get to see me at Frontier Expo. Yes, you will. Yes, I'm actually, I might be popping in on a couple people's live streams and everything. So yeah, you're actually gonna see me. Yeah, it might happen. I'm definitely gonna be around. I do have a face, as I don't know if you saw $2.20's tweet the other day, but I actually met him. We like spent the evening because he had a long layover here in LA, and we hang out for a bit. So I do be human, Anyways, thank you for your donation. Do you think of combining vanilla national roads with next national highway? I was actually talking. And this was like a minute ago with Arnold Rimmer. You might know him from the Cities Skylines community. And let me actually show you this. This is the reason why I didn't do that, because I get different textures, but I think I might be able to get it to look right. Because I have road color changer plus. I mean, he told me to like. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Wow, this is new. Okay, now it bugged everything. Remove markings. Like, I don't... Alright, now did I like totally ruin my thing? Yeah, so see, now they look like the same color, but I like the other look much better. Man, how do I bring it back now? Is this like ruined forever? Like, what if I just reset it like this? Yeah, okay. So you see the Roads United has like this little, you know, dark area here that just looks a million times better than just the super flat concrete or pavement texture here. I don't know. Just I need to play with it a bit more, I guess. I really don't want to like have to add a ton of decals to the roads themselves. I'd rather have Roads United do some of the work for me. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. What music is this? This is, let me actually post it on the chat. This is a playlist by Chill Hop Records. How do I copy playlist link? There we go. I'm pasting a Spotify link, but you can actually find all this music on YouTube as well, for free. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question, or you can have some tips for me on how to actually get this looking right. Okay, going back to this island here, I was gonna open maps.bing.com and not maps.google.com because actually Bing has better coverage in Seenu. If you can believe that. I mean, it just has like semi-higher res photography, like satellite photography, compared to Google Maps. That's obviously best on every other metric. In fact, if you guys want to see what I'm going to try to build here, can I actually copy this link somehow? Share. All right, cool. So this is what I'm going to be building. I'm pasting the link in the chat. Bing.id, is that the short URL? That's crazy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna write down all these URLs, and so if you're watching the live stream later, the recorded live stream, I'm gonna include those links in the description, so that way you don't miss out into some of the cool things that we're looking at. Okay, how do I exit this share mode? Great. So you can see it's a pretty small island. I mean, it just does. Actually, should have like opened up on the live stream now that I think about it. But no, I don't have it set up for my browser. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can actually. Is 2020 a girl? No. He has a very particular male voice. With a hint of Australian, if you never heard it. Did you ever play Jurassic Park Operation Genesis? I did not. Is that an old game or the new game that Frontier is working with? That's one of the things I'm actually looking for the most from Frontier Expo. I want to check out more of that. Can you play Airport CEO? Is there a mod to make the planes land lower? I'm not a huge fan of like these like super minimalistic top-down games. I did play a little bit of Prison Architect, but you know, I feel like it's not very like polished in terms of graphics. I'm really like an eye candy type person. Is there a mod to make the planes land lower? I don't know if you mean like in Cities or in that game. Actually, the answer to both of those questions is still no. I have no idea. I don't think there's anything like that for Cities Skylines. I can almost guarantee that. How can you read these comments so quickly? I don't know. I just can. I have the chat right next to my Cities Skylines window. I have two monitors, so I'm trying my best to not get caught up. You'll see in a minute how I'm just going to be focused on building this and forget about chat. It happens. It does happen. So I need to do some measurements. So I actually have to switch to Google Maps that has tools because there's going to be like a dock right here in the middle, and I want to know where that will take place. Just eyeball it. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Clearly the measurements here are not, perfect. And there's going to be roads like in this area, and there's going to be a big sandbank around it. So we'll see about that too. So I'm going to grab this road right here, and from here to the end, that's 800 meters. So right about here to here, 800 meters. I think it's right where the curve is, right? I did measure this before. All right, perfect. Great. So, and now from here to the very top, we have about 550 meters. 550. Yeah, all right. So this island is perfectly measured. It's almost as if I did the map. Who would have thought? Do you know a YouTuber named Corrales? I do know Corrales, yes. I know he's back on the Cities Skylines wagon, if that is how you actually say that. All right, so let me measure this way. So 372 meters will put us pretty much right about there, right? No, a little bit shorter than that. 75, so I'll say right about there. Great, so this is where the dock area will take place. In fact, I might need to get rid of all of this, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that too. We're gonna be cloning most of these neighborhoods from the other islands anyways, so yeah. All right, so let's delete all of these things. Boom, gone. In fact, let's get rid of these roads too, because I think we'll need them. And obviously, we're gonna clear. Actually, let's just do this. Fantastic, perfect. Now this road, I think we can get rid of, because these are the key ones. In fact, let's just extend it a little bit here so that if I need to delete segments of these roads, well, I have some guides. Let's see. What do you think of GeoGuessr challenge I mentioned on Twitter? No scrolling, moving, or zooming. Yeah. So okay, that's a good question. So this collab that I'm doing next week will be in challenge mode. It won't be the no moving, no scrolling, and no zooming, but it will have a time component to it. We're gonna be playing 4 minutes per round. So that really actually changes the game quite a bit, makes it a bit more interesting. My whole idea with GeoGuessr, in the next couple weeks, I'm not going to be doing solo episodes until this, mini collab is done. But after that, I'm probably going to be starting to increase the challenge, because obviously it's like way too easy if you have unlimited time and you could just like, as I've been doing, just edit the crap out of the video and not. I don't know. It just feels a little bit easier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, definitely I'm going to play a few rounds where it's like, only, very short amount of time, or not moving or zooming or scrolling, or, I'm definitely going to be playing like geographic specific maps. So, European Union or United States or even Argentina, see if we can get some good scores that way. But I'm having a ton of fun with GeoGuessr, in case you didn't notice. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing more of that. So, okay, so this is 240 meters. Let me see if I got this right before. Ooh, perfect. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way and this way. Let's get rid of this road now. So this is sort of the backbone of the island. It's mostly going to be a grid. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely going to be a grid, but it's going to be a fun grid. Maybe. I want to see. This is 525. Okay. So 525 will put us around here. Actually, that's like perfect. All right, so here the grid will be a little bit broken. There we go. Oh, I think I'm missing some questions. Are you going to use ferries? Yes and no. I mean, I have a mod that replaces ferries. And I know there's a mod now that removes the buoys. I know someone else answered that question. I am planning on using ferries at some point. I think my ship's a little bit bugged now. None of my passenger ships are spawning, at least visually, but I do have a lot of traffic on, passenger traffic on the island, because otherwise the population would go down, but it's always going up. So I really don't know what's going on. There's something odd around here. At this point, the way I play Cities Skylines is mostly like a model railroad type thing. So I just disable pretty much all of the functionality in general. And I am going to try to use ferries to answer your question. That TLDR, but I need to figure out some stuff, do some testing, and obviously I didn't have time. So that's why I'm also doing a live stream. Are you going to build Los Angeles? I don't know. I might do. I'm actually thinking about like what I'll be doing next after Seenu, which by the way will take a long time. But I think I want to focus on like smaller builds, kind of like what Crumbs McGee is doing, where like each episode is a different thing, or maybe do like small builds in like 2-3 parts instead of like a super long series. Because, just to keep things interesting and be able to try new things. Because even though Seenu is like pretty interesting in general, given the, crazy things I've been doing here, you end up with stages like this where I need to like duplicate the same style over and over again. And that is not the most fun things. It actually feels like work. So, I don't know. Just food for thought, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right. Okay, so this one is a little bit off by this much. Let me actually measure this. I wish there was an easier way for me to like overlay a window on like Cities Skylines and show you the measurements that I'm doing. But I'm literally on Google Maps right now, just measuring things. All right, so I have 100 meters here, which will put us right about there. Perfect. So this is how I'm breaking the grid. Very, literally, this is really a broken grid. You can like see it right now. Okay, so let's measure some of these blocks. So 168, I think this one is correct. Well, 159, that's fine too. And I think the next one is 180. So let's just 175, probably okay. So it's kind of in the middle. The next two are actually shorter. So we got 91. I think should be right there in the middle. Perfect. Someone's asking in Spanish if I'm going to upload other videos to my Spanish channel. That's definitely like a second priority for me right now. I might do some GeoGuessr episodes in Spanish, like do a quick batch there. So that's what I've been thinking lately. But as far as like Cities Skylines videos and other things like that, probably not for now. I'm really short on time. In fact, I haven't been able to even put out, Seenu episodes, which is like my main series. So at least I'm trying to stay active and not like completely abandon my channel for a while, but it's getting harder and harder, man. So yeah, for the foreseeable future I'll probably play some GeoGuessr because that is just easier to produce, and obviously I'm having more fun with that right now. But other than that, probably not gonna do a lot more, but you never know. I mean, if I wake up one day inspired and I want to like not care about all my other duties, I might just post another video on my Spanish channel. I think I'm gonna do this. There we go. I think the grid is gonna be breaking again here. Yes. All right. So 90. Actually, this looks a little bit. There we go. Perfect. One perfect grid, so this will make our lives much easier now that we're doing, just a lot of houses. And actually, not everything is going to be houses. I'm going to leave some areas, sorry, I'm going to leave some areas empty so that we can put some industry and other things too, because we do have quite a bit of demand for that. Let's see. Do you have pictures of myself online, or is that a secret? It's a secret. Everything's a secret. You guys should enjoy the fun of the mystery of not knowing what I look like. Even though eventually you will, but you know. Okay, this is, should be 200 and something. Yeah, okay. Not too bad here. I think I'm gonna eyeball it a little bit. Something like this, and this reaches all the way to the end. In fact, these are definitely shorter blocks. Like this short, so 12. Let's go 12. There we go. Man, I have something on my throat. Can't. All right, that looks okay. We're gonna convert most of these roads to just this 2-lane plain street, and then use surface painter to remove the texture because they're mostly gonna be dirt roads, anyways. Hey, Street, are you gonna make a fully detailed hospital? I already have done that, at least here in Seenu. I want to take a look at it. It's right here. Pretty active hospital. Wow, that's actually really active. There's like a clinic and a big hospital. There are not that many hospitals in the city, but I definitely will have to add a few more of these on the other islands, because obviously this is becoming a bit of a bottleneck. So, wow, that frame rate. Let's go away from there. Let's go back here. This is the fun part. I mean, mostly I'm looking down, so frame rate, it doesn't really bother me all that much. But so this one goes all the way to here. Actually, get that right. Boom. And yeah, and these are just like roads like this. There's no like intermediate roads. Oh, there is one that kind of goes here. So let's do that. And I think it kind of meets with the national road there. Obviously, this is just like a rough sketch. I'm definitely gonna come back here and, you know, tweak things a little bit so they look nice. Like, this is just a mess, obviously. So, you know, just give it a moment, or give me a moment. What are my PC specs? You can find all of my PC specs on my website, strictoaster.com. They have like pretty pictures and links, so if you want to get the same thing. They're all like Amazon affiliate links, and I get a little portion. It won't like affect your price or anything, but it does help the channel in general, so much appreciated. But yeah, you can see every single spec from my PC and also my recording gear and everything else. So yeah. All right. Do you have any tips for making mountains? My tips for making mountains is go watch Flux's videos. He's really good at landscaping, topography, you know, that kind of thing. He did a recent episode called Delirium Flats. If you go to his channel, youtube.com/FluxTrends, just look it up, and you'll see some interesting detail work done to. I mean, it looks like the thumbnail. It looks like a picture from the internet, like he downloaded it, you know, randomly, but it's actually what the map looks like. That's how good it is. Am I the only person who likes the look of grids? I love grids. Grids are the most efficient way of city planning. So yes, long live grids. Okay, so this road, I think I need to get rid of all these trees, unfortunately, or at least some of them. We'll replant. Trust me, we're not just going to destroy this natural habitat that we have here. I think there's a couple more roads here that I haven't really. Oh, these are all like offset by a little bit. Turn bending off, and there should be like. Let's go to 12. That's a good measure. measurement. Actually, can I do a bit of a triangle here? Ooh, this is glitchy, but I like it. We can fix that easily, no problem. So let's go another 12 here. If I can, there we go, great. Ooh, that's nice. I like how smooth this transition is. Very, very cool. And I know there's like a little, so there's gonna be like a soccer field or something here. So maybe leave some room for that. Actually, maybe let's try to avoid a ton of like close intersections. I think we can just put it here. Should be a bad idea. This looks so odd. Let me try again. Can I force it to not be all glitchy? To be honest, I do kind of want it like closer to here, but I wonder if this will work that way. Oh, I have a better idea. Hang on. Let's be smart about this. So we're gonna get this one done first, and that one there. There we go, great. So then we're gonna tweak, you know, the curve here and there and make it look all nice. But for now, I think I'm happy with this segment. We need the other half real quick, shouldn't take long. And then we're gonna be started, you know, putting down houses and things like that. This diagonal kind of goes in that direction, I think. So let's see. So we're gonna measure from here to here, and that puts us as 145. So right there, great. So I think, I mean, technically this comes from like here. Does it? No. Kind of like comes from here. Oh, this is looking really nice now. Where can I buy your merch? You can go to strictoaster.com/store. You can actually put the link in the description. That will make things easier. And there you go. Which tutorial part does he show the process? I don't know exactly. Sorry, I can't help you with that. But I know, I mean, I don't think he does. He did a tutorial, but it's mostly a time lapse. But he talks about it and the techniques and everything else. And I know he did the you know, the terraforming explanation more than once. So hopefully that helps. If it doesn't, I don't know. Let's go here now. This is 311, right? Yes, cool. So I'll just go just shy of 300. Doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe I think what I want here is just something like this. There we go. A nice smooth curve, and we obviously gonna need to do something similar here. So maybe actually that one doesn't look great. Let me actually figure something out. Obviously I'm going to be like shaping these guys a little bit better. Something like that. This shouldn't be such a steep curve. Let me actually try to get it right. Unless I do maybe something like this. Oh, I actually kind of like that. Yeah, this works for me. Great. And now we have a whole section here to keep adding things. No plane spawning, right? Yeah. It's been a while. I mean, I do see planes on the edges, so there must, I mean, there is some traffic around. It's just, they're not landing. Come on. Hopefully by the time we're here, we generate enough demand. That's sort of my goal anyways. Anyone remember when I did Minecraft? Yeah, I do remember. Yeah. Minecraft is a really cool game. I still like it a lot, but you know, just like Cities Skylines and any other, you know, these kinds of games, they do take quite some time to get anything done. So, all right. So the first road will be set at 90 something meters. That's 90 something right there. Go all the way across. Get all these things done. I think the next one is also going to be around, yeah, 90 or like 100. Sweet. And at this point, we're just reaching the edge of the island, just like so. There we go. All right. Now, so this road kind of breaks here. I think let's just go for the 10 unit mark. There we go. And there's definitely like a steep decline here, and like almost like a road that goes like this. But probably not as crazy as that. I think something like that. I know this looks super odd. Trust me, we'll tweak it so it looks a little bit more natural. In fact, this area right here should be more curvy. Something along those lines. Let's use this as a reference. There we go. That's actually much better. Here, let me see if I can get. Actually, we could just land it there and have a three-way intersection. Probably convert this one to this type of road, and let's just connect everything else. We're almost done here with the layout, thankfully. All right, so there's another one. Let's go another 10 units here and here and here. Great. And this road goes all the way across. And I think that does it. All right, this is our layout here. It looks a little bit strange. Also, it looks like these are not connected, but I think it's just the pedestrian crossings kind of like showing through. I don't know if you can actually get this on the live stream because it might be so pixelated. But yeah, all right, it's looking great. So let's see. So this road will remain paved, as you can see here. In fact, I wonder if I should, well, no, I want to keep the national road, you know, the one that's like the fast access to the, you know, interconnected islands. This one should be more of a main road, but not, you know, fast speeds. Everything else should be one of these guys. So this is the one with parking, with available, okay, because there's like two types of these kinds of roads. So this is what we're gonna do here. And hopefully if we did our measurements correctly, we can just duplicate neighborhoods really easily and populate a big chunk of this island in one go. I think this road is actually also paved. I can't really tell because the quality on these satellite images, it's pretty freaking low. Man, this project would have been so much easier if I had Street View around here, but I don't. So yeah, there's that. I'm assuming none of these are paved, so we're just gonna convert them to dirt roads. All right, that looks about right. Oh, thank you, Bapatify, is that your name? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. He or she is saying that they love my designs. Much appreciated. All right, good. All right, so where do we start now? So So I want to keep sort of this strip next to the, you know, the dock area or the docks. It's gonna look like this, you know, like an underground canal. And I almost, yeah, already kind of left a gap here for the coral reefs. For, you know, I'm gonna sort of save this strip for like industrial kind of buildings, and then start working on residential areas. In fact, let's start from like the top to the bottom. I think that might make things a little bit easier. So, you know what? Now that I think about it, let me see. So this one is 10 units and this one is 12. Let's make all these 10 units because it will make things so much easier for me. That way I can just clone entire blocks at a time. This is Cities Skylines Maintenance 101. Welcome. I think it went all the way there. And let's just go straight here and connect it there. Great. Let's go another 10 units. Fantastic. And do we need to go another 10? Sure, why not? This type of road is actually way more forgiving when you approach like intersections because you don't have like the road markings and anything else, so it does look a little bit more normal, which is great actually. Like all these could be super glitched, like even here, this one's were like totally glitched, but you know, since they only have this one concrete texture, everything looks fine. Am I not streaming on Twitch? I'm not. I lately have only been streaming, and by lately I mean like the last year, I've only been streaming on YouTube. I know I can like do the dual stream and everything else, but I mean, every time I make the decision of, you know, streaming, I need to like start right away, so I don't have time to actually research how to do the dual streams and, you know, have like 2 chats and all that. Since most of my audience is already on YouTube, I'm not a Twitch streamer per se. I figured, hey, might as well just stream on YouTube. I get all the quality settings that I want, and then the video ends up on YouTube almost instantly afterwards. So yeah, that's sort of the reasoning behind it. But I might stream on Twitch again at some point. I don't know. I mean, I haven't gone on Twitch in a while. I'm sure it, you know, improved a lot since Amazon bought them, but it wasn't great for streaming in general compared to YouTube. Aside from, you know, the whole chat filtering and all that. That was actually a good thing on Twitch's on the Twitch side, not so much on the YouTube side. Smooth flow of your design mixed with your commentary keeps your videos interesting and appealing. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you so much. Someone, Anthony Hugo from Vicenza, Italy. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Have you tried the Bing Maps bird eye mode? Yeah, I've seen that, but I don't think you can. It actually works everywhere in the world. At least not in Seenu. There's very little imagery for this area of the planet. I even consider like going to. Oh, you can actually see bird's eye view here, but it looks even worse than the other one. To be honest, it's so like the exposure is all messed up. I consider like going to like a satellite image company and like literally buy satellite imagery, like higher res, but I just didn't do it. And now that I'm like almost, I would say I'm like 50% done with this project. I don't know if I will. All right, so let's put down some houses. I've been talking a lot and not doing a whole lot. So let's actually use this. So we're gonna put this guys over here. Just want to use this as my palette, sorry. Like my color picker type area. And then we're going to be using Move It to copy and paste. So these are all sort of the houses that I'm going to be... Wow, I can't English. These are some of the houses that I'm going to be putting down. Pretty standard Seenu architecture. So if you're ever here on GeoGuessr, you can tell where you are. Some of these, actually, I think these ones. There was a set of like 6 or 7 of these buildings, and the guy, like the author, took them down from the workshop. Like took half of them down from the workshop, like randomly. And yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Not cool. Not cool. Beard Monkey's shacks. I don't think I'm gonna include right now. I love these Russian houses, by the way. They look great here. Let's just put all of them. There we go. And I think that's it. I'm going to do like some higher density houses later, but all of these should have only one household. Perfect. Great. And no one's actually moving in here. Let's actually go full speed. No planes, no boats, nothing. Good. Business as usual here in Seenu. All right. Let's actually, one thing that would really help, actually, you could just do the snapping tool. Perfect. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So we're gonna mix and match some of these designs. Just leave a big enough gap in between them. Just grab things like that. Yeah, I think two tiles is a good spacing between them. There we go. Perfect. And we can offset them just a tiny bit to keep things interesting. Oh, these guys are like pointing the other way. Huh. All right. That doesn't help me. Actually, oh, there's like snapping for movie 2, I guess. All right, not bad. Need to delete those. There we go. Do you can build something like a shipwreck somewhere on the coast? Maybe there's a mod. I did already do that. It's where is it? It's here. No, that's not there. Where? Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. There's like this like container ship that kind of like got stuck here on the ground. And also we have the you know, just the artificial reef with all the plane parts like down there in the water. You can kind of see them, and obviously this old Street Toast airplane, you know, becoming the future home of some fish underwater. Let's go back here. What kind of computer do you use to run this game and its mods? Oh, yeah, I mentioned this a minute ago. You can find my specs on striptoaster.com. Like, that's everything I have for not only playing the game, but also recording. So if you're interested. But let me tell you this. Even spending like $3 grand, $4 grand on a ultra powerful PC won't necessarily make your game run any faster, because Cities Skylines is not super optimized for custom content, because, you know, it's impossible to actually, you know, prepare for that in advance. Which means that it's going to be slow no matter what. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if you have a super beefy computer. Let's actually bring this. Yeah, fantastic. Right now, yeah, I'm maxing out. I'm not using like my full 32 gigs of RAM. I'm not using my CPU 100%. I am using my GPU 100%, but I'm waiting for certain people that I know to get a better GPU to see if that actually improves frame rate, but signs point to that not being the case, unfortunately. let's actually... Just keep it there. There we go. Great. We're gonna throw in one of these larger houses. Like, sure, maybe here. Why not? Let's grab this tiny one. Let's grab this larger one. And let's just keep these over here. There was a one tile one. Here it is. This is what I wanted right there in the middle. Perfect. In fact, I want to have a cluster of like tiny houses in here. So let's grab a couple of these. Like just something like that. What's going on with the terrain here? There seems to be some differences in the terrain. Okay, great. You know what? I think I want to maybe keep this a little bit denser. So let's just, you know, move them a little bit and grab maybe this bad boy here. Something like that. They don't have to be all like perfectly equidistant or anything like that. Just trying to mix and match things. Let's bring this one over there. Awesome. All right. I'm happy with this. So what I'm thinking of doing is like doing maybe another set like this here, and then we can just start copying and pasting clusters of buildings. In fact, we could just do this, right? Oh yeah, this makes things so easier. I don't know why I don't use this like snapping tool more often. Do you know when your float planes are done? I don't think they're being worked right now. Bicyclehausen was working on that. I think he's like super busy with work and stuff, and also haven't been like pushing him to get to getting them done. And at the same time, I don't have time to actually start on that project yet. Our airport is still very much still under construction. We're missing the control tower. We're missing like a fueling station and a whole bunch of other things. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. Probably like a couple months, if not more. It's 2 a.m. here in Australia. Yes. Wow. Yeah, it's 11:20 a.m. here in LA. I don't know what to tell you. You're living in the future. That's all I know. Let's bring another tiny house just right here in the corner. Great. Right? Yeah, perfect. Let's do this. What is going on here with the terrain? Should have... I actually kind of like having some hills, like random hills here and there. It's not too bad. So let's just keep that in place. This one already copied, so let's just grab... Let's just put that one there. This house right here is one of my favorites, by the way. This one with the blue wall, it's just perfect. I love the way it looks. It's fantastic. So like, it's like detailed but not like overly detailed, and obviously doesn't have attached parking lots or stupid things like that. Man, we've come so far when it comes to Cities Skylines assets in general. Things are definitely looking much better now. Let's grab another one of these tiny houses just right there in the corner. Great. All right, so we have 2 full blocks there. Let's see if we can... Well, right now it's actually just going to be much easier, I think, to mix and match. So we can just copy this, paste it there. We're going to copy these 2, just rotate them, kind of like that. A lot of people are telling me the current time other places. 2 a.m. in the Philippines, too. Yeah, I guess you guys are in the same time zone, right? 3:25 in Brazil, 8:23 p.m. in Spain, 7:24 in London, 7:24 p.m. for that, 2:25 a.m. in Malaysia. Well, it's a Saturday night, so it makes sense that you're just, you can stay up late. Tomorrow's Sunday, you can sleep. Or, for many of you, today is Sunday already. I have a lot of things to do before Sunday arrives, so I really can't. It will be complicated for me if it was Sunday already. All right, let's try to move these guys there. I think I'm going to leave this strip here, because I think this whole area is going to be more commercial, and we'll get to that in a moment if we have some time. But I do want to get all my residential done first. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Another thing that I need to do is get some people park generators in certain key areas to see if that also helps boost our economy, maybe. Flux has been telling me that the thing with airports is it just takes apparently you need tourists. There's a whole science behind it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know exactly what the metrics are. I thought just having demand and blocking every other means of transportation in the city and leaving planes only would have done the trick. It did work for boats, but right now it's not working anymore. Actually, let me check ABO real quick. Sorry, I'm totally changing subjects all the time, but a passenger ship. So I have only one available. Let me actually enable all these guys and see if magically they start spawning. In fact, I'm going to clear traffic real quick. Someone's banging something near my window. I don't know what's going on outside. But they better be quiet. Can you see I'm recording here? I'm in front of, how many people do we have? 234 people watching right now. Wow, that's actually kind of awesome. Thank you all for joining on such late nights or early mornings, depending on where you are. Let's move this here. Let's move this here. Let's move this here. Actually, we're gonna get rid of this one right here, and we're gonna replace it with a tiny house. Fantastic. And now we're gonna grab this one there. The middle of the block is just gonna remain empty, I think. Well, I guess we can fit some houses on the edge. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Not sure. Let's rotate this over here. It's all about mixing and matching things. I don't know what I was saying before. Something about ships and yeah. Oh yeah, we resetted the whole thing. Let me see. Do we have? Oh right, we have passengers. Maybe yes. Why can't I click on it? Oh, I'm in move it mode, right? Yeah. All right. So it's working. Interesting. I wonder how long it will actually work for. Do we have planes too? I don't think we have planes. All right. Well, we'll wait for that. It's not critical right now. Hello Strict, thanks for your great content, your big inspiration in terms of detailed work. Thank you. Is there a chance you would make a new project like City of the Future? Greetings from the Czech Republic. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the futuristic theme. Maybe because I don't know, maybe because they're not any good assets. Okay, let me give you an example here. This is, to me, is disgusting. I can't put this down in a city. It's just horrible. It might be the future. I think it's also too sci-fi on purpose. The vanilla assets for the most part don't look great. But I know you can do a futuristic city more like Dubai even. But I think there's already a couple people doing that, and it's not necessarily a theme that I'm actually super passionate about. I like futuristic cities that use their current infrastructure and turn them in a way that just makes it look better or improves it in a way. For example, what they did in New York when they converted the High Line, which used to be an old train track, into a park. I like that kind of futurism and city planning, and not having I'm not the Dubai type of futurist, like brand new thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of my take on it. But you never know. I mean, if I find something cool and I'm inspired by it, I'll definitely do it. I mean, I try to like vary my building themes in a way, and try to do things interesting. But I also know so much about certain topics that I need to focus on kind of what I know. I do like doing research too. I mean, I have done a ton of research for Seenu, so it takes a long time too. I guess what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I think we can call this tiny block done. And this one has way too many houses, so let's just move a few around. This one is kind of already there, so let's bring this guy over there. I think there's like some big dip here. Let's bring this up. I like that. Fantastic. Can you show the whole map? Your videos are too long for the time I have available, but I do love to see it entirely. Okay. I mean, you can just play it at 2x speed. You have speed control, so if a video is like 30 minutes long, you can cut it down to 15 minutes. This is the whole map. I can't zoom out any further than this, unfortunately. And this is all of what we built so far. And all these islands are mostly empty. This is the one I'm currently working on, and this is the airport right here. And this is what Flux did, and he needs to finish, and hopefully he'll finish that soon. That's another thing that needs to happen at some point in the near future. So hopefully that helped you get a grasp on the immensity that Seenu is. What do you think about Neguchi Maruyama and his approach to building in CS? He's a beast when it comes to CS. I love his channel. I don't speak French. I do like catch a few words here and there. I mostly, to be honest, I play a podcast while he's like talking about things because I really can't follow it. But the level of detail that he achieves is like, I mean, to be honest, it's like the best I've seen in Cities Skylines. I mean, like I wish I was like, 20% like he is. Amazing. He's really, really amazing. He does like spend quite a bit of time working on those things, but yeah. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go watch his channel. Will you make a shopping center? I've already made a couple shopping centers. Let me actually show you. I keep getting distracted, but... So this is one of our shopping districts. Let me actually get the grid away. So here's... this is the biggest shopping center we have. There's like some parking lots in the back. I want to try to... frame rate here is terrible, so I do apologize for that, but... Yeah, this is the biggest mall that we have. Some parking in the back, and it's just sitting right on this road. And we have another sort of shopping area here with some like offices and shops of a certain kind. Wow, we do have a lot of traffic. Very interesting. Our population is not that big. Why do we have so much traffic? Oh, actually, so many of these houses are like, for example, this one. Let me actually click on it. I can't click on it, really? Why not? Am I in like some select mode that I don't know of? Okay, so now my game is like not letting me click on anything. Okay, there we go. So this tiny house has 10 households, which is the default in Cities Skylines. It makes no sense. You can tweak it with Rico, but lately I'm using the realistic population mod, which actually makes all these houses have basically one household, and that makes things a little bit more realistic. So yeah, wow, we have a ton of houses here. Let's keep going. I need to finish this. I want to get most of the houses like plopped down here. Let's grab this. Dubai is fairly new, not a lot of history to keep over there. Yeah, that's true. I mean, actually, have you seen pictures of all Dubai? It's kind of awesome. They do have an old city. The port existed there for a while. And obviously, I mean, if you're creating a brand new city from scratch, it's of course you're not gonna make it look like old New York brick buildings, but I try to, I just like more when people, take advantage of existing infrastructure in a way. Europe, it's mostly like that. You just see old buildings that have been retrofitted, so they're up to code with the latest standards. If that makes any sense. Let's grab here. We need some darker roofs on this area. In fact, let's just let's put it down there. Great. And you are just going to be rotated like so. Just like that. And we're gonna grab this one. Actually, this larger house, I think maybe could have its own block, just all for itself. How big is, what's the population here? 1 of 1, okay. Yeah, I guess a rich family lives here. I mean, they have an amazing view of this little island here. This island, we need to like redo the whole thing because this is basically mostly mangroves in real life. So, and probably like sort of the shoreline here is going to be a little bit of that as well. So we'll see how we deal with all of this. But for now, let's just keep adding houses. We're gonna actually let's grab you. Perfect, and we can fit a tiny house there too. You could fit in right there. Great. Hello, Strict Australia. I really do enjoy watching your videos, and your builds are amazing. Keep out the great work, and looking forward to more future content. Thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. What's the mods for this amazing water? It's the Seenu map theme. It's not a mod. You can just get the theme and apply it to any tropical map you want. And if you want to add it to any other type of map that is not tropical, you will need the environment changer mod. But if you do have a tropical map, you don't need any mods at all. Just get this Seenu map theme from the Steam Workshop. Did movie got an update because I can see the building? I can't see the building snapping on the grid. You can't see it? I think this button has been there for a while. Also, by the way, I learned on the previous live stream that this button, follow terrain, actually makes it so that when you move things around, they don't follow the terrain, which for me, I think this needs to be off by default instead of on. Because it's such an amazing feature, especially if you're like, cloning a whole bunch of, like pluggable asphalt or those kinds of things. You want to keep them on the same plane as you move around. Definitely uncheck this one right here. Strict, are you a graphic designer? I'm not a graphic designer. I'm a interaction designer, I guess is the fancy term. I do like UI and UX design for a small startup. Basically, I design interfaces like the one you see down here, but better than this. All right, let's get this one rotated here. Making progress. Let's grab some of these King Leno houses. I saw some like houses that Beard Monkey posted recently for O'Hara. I don't know how to say that. A collab that $2.20 and Skibbeth are working on, and they kind of fit the Seenu theme. So I might actually import them. Even though, our aesthetic is already pretty much defined. I don't know, I just want to take a look at them. I don't know if I will actually use them, but they do look quite amazing. Yeah, they're like, they're not like slums per se, but they do have like an in-between kind of look that's perfect for what I'm trying to do here. Could you show the custom bridge from the live stream, please? Sure, yeah. Absolutely. Let me exit, move it, go into cinematics so it looks all more dramatic. So this is the latest version of the bridge. I did some cinematics on the latest episode because I did, this whole area that you see in the back in the previous episode. Right now, this is not complete. this area in the middle needs some curves and trees, and I'm waiting for Kinleno to release them. I should probably actually bug him on Twitter or something, because he said he was like working on something else, but I could really use you know, these guys. What? Oh, there we go. I hate this like brush thing for props. That was a terrible idea, whoever came up with that. The problem is that they follow the terrain, so if I try to place them here, you can see like they go under, you know, they just try to follow the terrain underneath, and I can't use Move It to raise them up, unfortunately. So until he re-released them or release a new set that allows you to do that, I can't put them down. But that's sort of what I'm thinking of putting right here in the middle. You can see how pretty it will look once we're actually done here. That bridge needs some guardrails. Actually, the real bridge doesn't have guardrails here, because the water is actually not super. It's like pretty shallow, and it's like not the distance. Obviously, I couldn't get it because Cities Skylines, but the road is like almost like on the edge of the water, so that's why it doesn't have any railings. It does have railings like on this area where there's like a ton of current, you know, but yeah, try to like keep it closer to what it looks like. So it only has barriers on this stretch, and well, I put a few here, but for the most part, it doesn't have barriers. Are you going to continue? Episodes with Strict Toaster DOS? Yeah, I talked about this earlier today. I don't have any plans of, you know, for specific videos right now. I definitely want to do videos and more videos in Spanish, but right now I can barely come out with videos in English. So probably what you'll see in the next couple of weeks or months on Strict Toaster DOS is some episodes of GeoGuessr in Spanish. But Cities Skylines and all that, probably not for a while, because I just simply don't have time at all, unfortunately. Let me get rid of this house. I don't want to reuse that. I'm thinking of adding some like higher density buildings like right around this road. So let me finish getting all of these. Let me actually clone this. This should help things. Oh man, it's so much easier when you're on a grid and like you can just copy and paste and everything snaps in place. So much easier. Let's grab this, and you can just be right on that corner. There you go. And we're gonna grab these 3 bad boys and maybe this guy. And we might as well just grab a tiny house right there in the corner. Great, 1 more block done. Are you looking forward to Cities Skylines Green City DLC? Not so much, to be honest. It's I don't know. I don't know if I didn't get the last DLC. I thought that was kind of BS. But I don't know. Green Cities I might. If it has like a couple of good assets, I'll probably get it. Because I mean, I got natural disasters mostly because of these. Where are they? I can't even find them. Was it like radio? I think it was like this one. And like, I love this assets. These are great. So this is the only reason why I would buy Green Cities. If it has like cool things like this. But other than that, probably not. I'm definitely not going to be playing any of those like scenarios or anything like that. How long have I been playing Cities Skylines for? Pretty much since it came out. And in terms of hours, according to Steam, I've played right now 1,332 hours. So basically 1,332 hours. So a lot. But I know people who have played a lot more than me. A lot more than that. Let me put down house right here in the corner. There we go. So let's just grab this set right here. Awesome. There we go. I'm surprised you're not looking forward to all your mods breaking when Green Cities comes out. yeah, obviously everything will be broken when the new update comes out, but usually it's been like the game gets fixed like pretty quick, like mods for the most part get fixed pretty quickly. It hasn't been, I mean, I don't remember the last time I was like, oh crap, I need to record and the game is broken, because like usually within like 24, 48 hours, everything gets pretty much fixed. And yeah. And right now mods are written in a way that they don't get broken that often. Even like, I was surprised like Roads to United and all those mods that are like probably the worst I have right now. I love the result, but as mods, they're like pretty glitchy for the most part. And those didn't break, so that was a good thing. I think I'm gonna leave this empty for like improvised kind of soccer field or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out for there. Okay, definitely gonna fill some of these blocks. Let's actually just, well, wait, I'm thinking, let's just detail some of these areas and then start copying them, because I think they're gonna share the sort of the same fences and everything else. So yeah, let's do that. Actually, this one, shouldn't this one be like rotated like so, maybe? Okay, we're gonna start here. Let's go grab some cool fences, like this chain link fence. Yeah, I can words. It's from Natural Disasters, and it looks great. So you know that's another reason to buy it, just for the fence. I know paying like $20 or $30 for a fence is, I don't know how much the DLC will cost, but I know it's a little bit much. But you know, I do make some of my money back by doing YouTube videos, so it's worth it for me, but probably not for many of you. Have you considered doing a collab episode with Corrales like you did with Arrowhead Junction? I have considered that. I've talked to I haven't talked to Corrales in particular, but I know he's like a pretty busy guy. I know that when Corrales and Lady Designer and Silverhead were doing Collie Beach, they had a ton of issues with scheduling because his life is kind of hectic. And on top of that, if I were to do something like that with him and maybe vlogs or whomever, being on different time zones also makes it even extra harder. So right now, I'm definitely planning on doing a few collabs other than the GeoGuessr one that's coming up next week, in case you are just joining the chat right now. Yeah, just trying to keep things simple, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'd love to do something with him, but I think we're not in a good position right now, either of us. But this is just me guessing. I haven't actually talked to him. I'm already liking this, just this single fence here, even though I think I wanna, let's actually make this right. Let's align this properly to the road. Use that as a ruler. Turn anarchy on. That's another feature that should be on by default, by the way. Oh, come on, I thought I clicked. There we go, great. Colors are fun, actually. I do enjoy doing collabs. First of all, they make my life much easier because I can rely on other people to like continue and come up with ideas. It just like sparks inspiration a lot more, but at the same time, they do take a long time to set up, especially because whenever we do collabs, we have to like pre-record a whole bunch of episodes. So like I'll be just sitting on 3 or 4 videos that it took me a long time to produce. And at the same time produce my regular schedule so that there's no gaps in my videos the way they come out. So it's it has pros and cons, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's make this like that. What programs do you use for UI UX other than Illustrator and Photoshop? I actually don't use Illustrator or Photoshop. I mean, I have them and sometimes I use them, but I've long left them because they're not great for UI UX. Actually, I do maybe use Illustrator more than Photoshop because just the nature that Illustrator is vector based. But the main app I use for designing interfaces is Sketch for Mac. That app is freaking great, and it stole pretty much all all of Adobe's market share in that niche, and that's why they came out with I don't know, some Adobe product that's like oriented to UI UX. I don't even remember. I think it was like Project Comet or something like that. I think it has like a name now, like Adobe XD or something like that. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't adapt fast enough. Though Adobe's been doing some good things lately, so you know I can't say bad things about them. Oh, or at least not a lot. Let's get wooden fence here, right there. Man, I would kill for like splines instead of just putting down props. Like if this was just a segment and with 2 nodes on each end that I can just manipulate and do whatever I want, that would be so much better. But it's not. Let's actually be picky about this. Let's bring this down so there's no gaps there on the ground. There we go. Great. Let's maybe continue this wooden fence here. Yeah, let's just do this. Wow, this is like a terrible... Come on, I want to undo this thing. There we go. Great. Sweet. Let's bring this guy over here. Oh, okay, we're still tied to the grid. We're snapping to the grid. All-star collab would be Strict Flux Morales, $2.20 Silverhead, and Neguchi Maruyama. Yeah, that would be a mess. I can tell you. I mean, any collab with more than 2-3 people, it's... I mean, I didn't have good experiences with that. So that's probably why you haven't seen one. It's just, it gets pretty intense. Maybe if it was like a 1-episode collab, you know, with like 20 people, so you end up with 20 episodes, maybe that would be easier, but yeah. And also, you know, like, even, you know, I'm mostly done collabs with, you know, with vlogs and Fresh Popcorn, but even between us, like, we have like very distinct ways of building things, so finding someone who like matches your style, you know, perfectly, it's also hard. So there's that to account for, because you don't want to have a collab that's just like a complete mismatch of styles. Well, actually, that was pretty straight. I don't know why I deleted it. Great. Let's go back to this one. I know I'm blocking the entrance of these buildings. That will change when I'm done putting down the fences. Let's go. Actually, this guy has this one, right? Yeah. All right, so we need to bring it like maybe closer to there. Absolute concentration here. There we go. This guy only has this like tiny lawn, but it's okay. Okay, you're not gonna let me select that tiny wall there. All right, I'm just gonna take advantage of that and continue it all the way across. Something like that. There we go. Great. Sometimes you just have to let the game do its thing, you know? You can't win all your battles. Just keep that wooden picket fence there. Strict as an Argentine, what's your opinion on the Falkland Islands? I really don't want to talk about that. I think that's just... I honestly, in general, I just avoid talking about politics, because everyone is like... You know, it's such a personal thing, so like rooted deep down. So if you're like rooting for Team A or Team B, whether it's Republicans, Democrats, the British, the Argentinian, North Korea, South Korea, like there's no point in discussing that. I don't think. I mean, not in this setting. I mean, there is obviously a lot to be discussed in around those subjects, but definitely not on a Cities Skylines stream. I don't think it's the right place. Someone will be offended by something. I mean, it's the internet, right? Everyone gets offended by everything. So I try not to, you know, try to minimize the offensiveness of things. This is, why is this such a long, oh, because it's like a two-way. Let's see, shorter one. Okay, let's just go like this. Now we'll need to like bring this one over here. Should have done fences before the houses now that I think about it. Fences take a long time. Look how much we spent on this tiny lot and we're still not even done with it. I mean, I could have made things easier for me and just do the same fence over and over again, but yeah, I don't want to do that. I actually want to have some like different designs, you know, here and there. This one I think needs to be like right there, and let's grab this guy over here, something like that. Cool. Oh, it's actually totally crooked. So fix that. What did I study in college? I studied design. I guess the actual, like the name of my course was like multimedia design or something like that, or like design of like audio and sound. Sorry, image and sound, something like that. Most of the things that like the motion graphics and all that that I do on my channel, mostly I learned from college, but everything else I learned outside of college. So, like what I make for a living, I definitely learned not in college. If that answers someone's question. Kind of like I just noticed that I have some sand underneath this building. It's not necessarily grass. They do look kind of nice in between the sand, to be honest. I don't know. I might keep that. Let's grab this fancy fence. This one is a little bit too fancy, I think, for this. Oh, I'm like totally off here. Damn it. I guess it doesn't matter. We can just simply cut it there. In fact, these two houses will share the same fence because I say so. However, I do want to like make this. So let me actually get rid of this real quick. There we go. Or bring this back a bit. There we go. And now we're just gonna let's have a hedge. I really do hedges in these types of neighborhoods. They're awful looking, but I mean, they're not that bad when you like clip them, you know, against each other. Kind of like that. This kind of like ends abruptly there. What's going on? Maybe fix that. In fact, let's just put this one there. So now it completes a bit of a garage entrance. When their right mind would root for North Korea. I don't know. Just ask the people in North Korea. I'm sure they will root for North Korea. There's always someone in a specific team, you know. Are you streaming in 720p? The stream is not as sharp as your usual content in 1080p. I'm streaming at 1080p, and I usually upload my videos in 4K, so that's why this looks a little bit blurry compared to... I don't have a fast enough internet connection to stream 4K. I can, I think, stream a little bit higher quality than what I'm streaming right now, but also, you know, like this is like one of those things that I need to like test beforehand and not just try it live. And that's why I did increase the bit rate for this stream, by the way. It's, you know, it's a little bit higher than my usual, but obviously, yeah, just so you know, the bit rate for my regular videos is like 68 megabits per second. This one is 4.5 megabits per second, so that's why it's, you know, blurry. Okay, we have one block. We made it. Jesus, this took a long time. I'm gonna make my life easier here. I'm gonna reuse some of the same fence designs. Let's go all the way up, and I like this like metal fence for the back here. So let's just again use this as a ruler. or as a guide, actually, more than a ruler. Bring it right in the middle, if I can. It's a bit of overlap there, but great. I don't care if this goes away. And then let's just grab this guy. Use this as a guide. There we go. Great. So we can get rid of that and rid of this. Unselect all these things. Just want to leave you know, a big enough gap here because people will be walking on the sidewalk, so I want to make sure that there is enough room for that, you know. So just bring this closer in, and now I can just copy and paste this segment of wall. In fact, if I can keep things aligned to the grid, I think I'll be in good shape. So magically, this middle one is properly aligned to the fence. Here I have, all right, that's fine. So it's not a problem. I can just click here and then get rid of the excess. And probably do the same here, and then just put down this here. Great. So I can just go in and do this and this. Delete. Look, we just made fences for the whole block in just a few seconds. Do you still talk to Sad often? I used to watch your videos with him way back, but I haven't heard anything from him in years. I was wondering. I haven't talked to Sad in a while. He kind of like drifted away. Recently, like a couple months ago, he tweeted that he was going to be back, but I haven't talked to him since. I don't know what's going on. I hope he comes back. Yeah, we did a ton of videos in the old days. If you watch my older SimCity videos, it was like mostly collabs with him. He was a big influence when I started. So I really hope he comes back. The latest thing he was putting out was this Tycoon News series. That was great. I learned a ton of things about games that I would have not known otherwise. Aside from sandbox games, what other game genre do you enjoy playing, and what games specifically? So, you know, having a YouTube channel makes me not play that many other games, because I like basically every game I play, I need to like think of, okay, maybe I need to make videos of this. Games I like that are not necessarily, you know, sandbox games. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League for a while now. I'm kind of like over it. I played. I like games like you know, like Stanley Parable or like Firewatch. You know, like not point and click, but like, you know, like story-driven kind of games. What's going on? Someone's like yelling in the background. I think there's like kids right outside my window. It's just a baby crying, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. Just in time for a nice live stream. So yeah, those are sort of the games that I tend to play, but again, you know, mostly every time I sit on my computer is to like record something for YouTube, and you know, that's why I try to keep things on theme. What was your first building game? Not sure what the genre is called. The first game that I was like totally hooked on was Transport Tycoon. I found that on someone, like at some point gave me like a pirate CD. Like a friend lent me a CD or something, and I put that on my computer, and it had like, I don't know, like 50 games. One of them was Transport Tycoon. I played countless hours of, and this was like original Transport Tycoon, not even the, you know, the OpenTTD or like the super modded versions. This was like old school Transport Tycoon, and it was amazing. I love that game. I ended up purchasing, like I bought like a deluxe version that came with like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Basically, it was like Chris Sawyer's like box set type thing. But man, that game really got me into this. I also play a lot of SimCity 3000, SimCity 2000. You know, They're not exactly the same, but you get the idea. All right, so I need some fences right here in the front. Might as well continue with this design. Actually, let's just switch it a bit. Let's go with this type of fence. Wow, it's like fits like a glove, just right there. Let's put some hedges here. Why not? Why not? And then on this side, yeah, this one can just stay there. All right, let's see if we can also get a perfect matching. I was talking to B Schoolhausen yesterday, and he told me that he just recently realized that he can do control and click to be like in this like edit mode, where you can like do things or like, you know, move them around without actually committing the change. Oh, I just screwed that up. And I couldn't believe it because I did a whole tutorial on that a few months ago. So to me, it's like such a basic feature like that. If I didn't have that, like, I don't know how I can play this game. It's ridiculous. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of some of these fences here to make room for the door that already exists there. And then we have this fence right here. You can just get rid of these extra fences there. Strictos, can you start making videos on Prison Architect? It's a very amazing game. Yeah, I played a little bit of Prison Architect. It's fun, but it doesn't, you know, I talked about this earlier during the live stream. I don't like love it. It's an okay game. The graphics are like too basic for me, to be honest. I can't. The thing that really I hate about that game is the typography they chose. It's so bad. I can't look at it. I know it's such a mundane thing to complain about, but I would not go to certain restaurants if they have bad typography. I'll tell you that. That's how crazy and insane I am. All right, so we have some hedges there. Perfect. Let's clear up some of these fences so that we can get doors in place. In fact, we might be able to push some of these buildings back to have some, you know, room for cars to park and whatnot. This one's already good to go. Let's clear one of you. Stuff like that. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, I just didn't like it aesthetically, but it is a fun game. There's not a whole lot of design going on there, to be honest. It's mostly like do boxes that look like rooms and call it a day. That's probably why I didn't do a video on my channel. But I did play some hours of it. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, block number 2, and it only took 2 hours. Do you know the original Command and Conquer? Yes, I've seen. I haven't played it per se, but I have seen it. I've seen like videos of it. What's my favorite project? I don't know what that means. Well, what do you think about the future of Cities Skylines? I think Cities Skylines is it's probably gonna stay here for a while. I mean, look at SimCity 4. It came out in 2001. So it's gonna be basically 20 years and just in a couple of years. It's already been more than 15 years. So yeah, that's a long time for Windows 98 game. I think was it Windows 90? No, it was like Windows XP or Windows Millennium Edition. Oh my God, feels so old. But yeah, it was a great game. Let's do a hedge here in the middle now for change. I know I said that they don't look amazing, but I'm feeling good today about these hedges. There we go. Sweet. In fact, I should have like straight up continued this. I guess we can like select some of these fences and, you know, mix and match like we did with the houses. I don't know. Let's add another one of these hedges right here now that we have the proper spacing done. In fact, let's just switch it. And let's bring this All right, just like that. If you need any tips about airports, I used to live right next to one. Cool. I thought you were actually going to give me tips on how to get airports to work properly in the game. But I appreciate it. I did quite a bit of research to get the Seenu airport done, and I've had a ton of people help me, particularly Basmir. He did amazing. He's done some of the best airplane-related assets. He did like all road markings or ramp markings, I guess. Super detailed stuff. He also fixed some older assets for me. The vor here was all like completely like ruined textures, and now he like just updated it for me. He also did what else did he do? I don't have well, I mean, all these like runway markers, the ramp markers here, like all these signs in here, the lights at each end of the airport too. I don't think he did the windsock or the Pappy lights, but yeah, he helped a lot. I have it on Discord. So every time I have a question, I just bug him. But I do appreciate the help. Thank you. Actually, I don't want to do all hedges. Let's go back to these fences. Spacing right. So something like this. Let's keep this one closer to that. I'll probably move this house a little bit. And this one over there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Actually, I'm going to keep this house right next to the fence. Are you going to add any more buildings to the airport, such as a fuel depot and more hangars? Yes, and probably yes. There's going to be a fuel depot, like this whole area right here is going to be a fuel depot, and the control tower is going to be here, and probably going to have a few more hangars. So yes, that's definitely coming. But I did want to like do these, like I didn't have time to actually put together an episode for that. That's, you know, requires a little bit more time. I mean, look, I've been recording or streaming here for almost 2 hours now, and all I did was just a grid and put down a bunch of houses and some basic fences. So this gives you an idea of how much these things take, and obviously didn't have time during the week to put together an episode, so that's why I'm live streaming, and this is part of the work that we need to do for Seenu anyways, so might as well stream it. That's the whole point of this. What's the name of the playlist for the music in the background? It's the Chill Hop Records playlist. Here's the link again. I posted earlier in the chat, but you know, I get it. People join at different times. Cannes Airport defo looks a lot like yours. What does defo mean? Or I mean, do you mean definitely? I've never heard defo. But then again, English is not my first language, so. All right, let's get some fences in other places. Actually, I need the front-facing fences. Let's try to find something different here. Let's just go for this one. Actually, let's go for this one. Wow, why is the spacing all like messed up? Let's go for this one instead to keep things simple. Actually, let's go here. I think I got the spacing wrong. Let's do this right. Let's use this as a guide. And now we can move the thing in place. Get it properly aligned. I don't care if the hedge like extends a little bit further out, that's fine. What I do want is the fences to be like in place properly. So we're gonna get rid of this, and we're going to move it and bring this over here. Get rid of this. Move the house in the middle. This one I'm just gonna delete this segment and keep the house to the side so that cars can like potentially park over there. This one clear the one in the middle, and yeah, just keep the house there. Why not? Let's do the same on the other side. So let's grab this, that, move it in place. Great. Grab this, put it there. Let's get rid of the middle one. It's a tiny gap there, but that's okay. Get rid of the middle one, get rid of this one, and get rid of this one. Great. Another block done. And we have a lot more to go. Also, this guy wants one water. Let's give him some water. By the way, my piping here is like totally messed up, so do not mind that. I mean, it kind of follows sort of the main road, but it's, look at this. This is just a mess. And obviously the runway is like not connected to water. Why would it? I only connect things that, you know, bug me about not having water connections. What do you use to edit your videos? I use mostly Adobe Premiere. Yeah. What's my first language? Spanish is my first language. Would you ever consider trying to build a map from a video game? No. I don't know. I don't think I've played a game where it's like, oh, I need to build this in Cities Skylines, but it could be a good idea. I mean, so lately I've been doing like, you know, copies of places that exist in real life. I don't know if I'm kind of like over that. I wanted to experiment with that. I learned a thing or two about it. It does, you know, help you with ideas on what to do next, but also constrains you quite a bit, or at least I feel myself a little bit constrained by it. So in the future, I might just go back to like 100% fictitious projects. I don't know. I haven't made a decision about that, but making something based on a game, I feel like that will be even more limited, but you never know. If I find something cool, if I want to build City 17 and in Cities Skylines, I mean, maybe, why not? That's from Half-Life 2, in case you didn't get the reference. For how long have you been in the UK? I'm not in the UK. I'm in the US. That's like a different type of united thing, you know. I've been to the UK a couple times, but only for like a couple weeks, if that is actually what you're asking. Who will be in the next episode of GeoGuessr? Oh, that will be a surprise, my friend. You'll have to wait and see. It's someone you know, but it's not the obvious answer right away. If that gives you hints. Actually, I don't know if that person is watching this live stream. And also, I haven't talked to this person about me like just disclosing that collab starting next week. So it's all good. I think. I hope. Knock on wood. What do you think of Skivets and Too Large 20 SR? I think that's. I love the idea of it. I think they're doing a good job. I would prefer. I know they're like really short on time. I actually talked to this with Too Large 20. I think they could add up a little bit more detail to it. It's because I feel like they're trying to make more progress. But the premise of the project is amazing, and they've done some like really good builds. And also they've been lucky enough to have a ton of custom content made for them. So that's definitely something interesting. Really, these are like pearls from the east. I don't want to do that. Last time I used his fences, I gave the save game to Flox, and he didn't have the DLC, so all of my fences were immediately removed. Not fun, let me tell you. Let me actually get a fence across here. Actually, do you want to keep it? No. I think I can. Well, no. Let's just actually, do this instead. Do this one and this one. So what we will do is just copy this, like so. Closer there. There we go. It's kind of like looking the other way, but I don't mind. It's fine. It's gonna be all covered in trees anyways. This be good English for Spaniard. Thanks. I'm actually from Argentina, but yeah. I think it will be cool to do a European type city. I know it will be cool. And I don't discard it. I don't have anything against doing European cities. I mean, here's the thing. I try to not, do something that everyone else is doing. There's a ton of YouTubers out there doing like very specific European cities, like Noguchi, like the Infrastructurist, and a whole bunch of others that I'm not going to name now because I don't remember. But I know there's like a full share of people doing European cities. So of me doing European cities, I don't know, just try to keep the content a little bit more distinct and unique. I haven't seen that many people do an Asian city like this one, even though this is not your typical Asian city, or at least the type that comes to mind when you think about Asia in particular. But this is like in Asia. It's like right off the coast of India, in case you didn't know. But yeah, I would love to try, do something European at some point for sure. I don't think I want to do it. If I go with, this like thing where I do like smaller projects instead of like super large ones, that could be a good theme for that. Ooh, B Schoolhausen is in the house. When am I going to build a military base? Yeah, so that's coming in the next episode. We're definitely gonna be building a military base. And we're gonna connect all these islands with a massive rail yard. In fact, this island right here is just gonna be one big rail yard. That's definitely coming because it obviously makes sense to have a huge rail yard in 3 islands in the middle of the ocean. And yeah, half the rail yard will also be a military base and Area 51 all combined into one. I'm actually gonna be doing a desert theme in one of these areas, one of these islands, so that it feels more at home. And in case you didn't notice, that was just me being sarcastic, because I'm definitely not going to build a military base. That's been requested a million times, even though now there's actually good assets for military base, I think. At least I've seen screenshots. So yeah, maybe a military base will be one of those things that I will indeed tackle at some point in the future. Have you thought of doing an African city like Kigali? I don't know where Kigali is. Sorry, I'm like a bit ignorant with African geography. But yeah, I think Africa will look pretty similar to other places. So I mean, does Africa have like a unique like architecture that I don't know of? I mean, in terms of geography, it could look like Australia or like Patagonia or Brazil. So yeah, I don't know. Let me continue my fence work here while I answer questions. Oh, this one is actually great for like the. Oh, I'm gonna surround this whole block with this tiny fences. I like this. I need to use this tiny fence a lot more often. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's just move this here. These Schoolhausen says, quote unquote, good assets. I've seen some like really decent like, trucks and tanks, and I don't know. I think it could look good. Ever tried Tokyo? Maybe too repetitive with the buildings. I think Ronix was working on that, but I don't think he's working on that anymore. And there's this super loud dog barking outside of my window. So yeah, there's that. This is probably not a good time for recording or live streaming because like people start coming out. I have like a big shared courtyard next to my apartment, so everyone just wants to hang out there. They don't understand how the internet works and how some people need to be recording and broadcasting to the entire planet. Have you played Terraria? I haven't. I've seen some like videos of it. It didn't quite stroke my fancy, but it looks nice though. I do like the aesthetic of it. make a Patagonian city. Again, so Patagonia, it's mostly like the way you do, your geography, your map theme. That's what will actually make it look like Patagonia, because architecture, you know, the buildings themselves would look pretty much like these, or you know, of like very generic kind. They're not like very unique in that regard, if that makes any sense. Let's try to align these two together. There we go. Super. And let's grab the hedges again. Why not? Actually, yeah, let's grab this guy. Let's go with the shorter one. So something like that. And let's grab this one. Right here. Maybe move. Can I grab that tiny fence? Yes, I can. There we go. Just get it hidden there. And while we're at it, let's just copy this all the way to the other side. Fantastic. Let's grab this tiny fence if I can. Come on. Oh, the hit area is so tiny. There we go. Got it. And this one is a little bit larger, so that's okay. All right. So, you know what? Let's get some hedges all across here. Why not? Why the hell not? I'll read chat in just a second. I'm like really focused on this because I thought I was going to make a lot more progress, but nope. You guys keep distracting me with your questions. It's good. It's actually encouraged, so keep asking away. This is the whole point of the live stream. Otherwise, it's a little bit too boring to do it on my own, you know? Especially because it feels like I'm talking to myself right now, which is super crazy. The problem is when you get used to it. You see, that's when they put you in like a, you know, one of those hospitals for the crazy people. Before ending the session, will you do a quick first-person tour of the populated areas? It would be so cool, or just ride around my car and follow it. Yeah, I mean that will have terrible frame rate consequences, but I'll showcase the city a little bit. I've already done a couple times during the live stream. You can rewind the live stream if you want, and you know look at some of the different areas that I showcased so far. But I will show it at the end a little bit. All right, here's another block done. Oh, I completely forgot that I started this one. Damn. Yeah, I'm like all over the place. But let me actually finish one thing. All right, let's get rid of that segment here. Let's get rid of this one so people have to like sort of come in through the bushes. Let's actually move this. There. Great. I like that. Fantastic. Let's get rid of this one. And I guess we can just get rid of this one right here. Actually, this one's a little bit tricky because, oh, wait, no, I could just simply do that and fix it. Great. Let's clear this. Let's clear this. Let's clear this one and this one. And we're gonna rotate this house so that it has like easier access. Obviously this mailbox is like in the wrong location, so I'm not gonna mind that one too much. And I'm just gonna copy this again, just once more, and I'm gonna paste it on the block right next to it. At least twice. There we go. Great. All right, going back to chat for a second here. Not so familiar with Cities Skylines, but can you make a snow-covered cities? Already done that. You can, here, I'll post a link in the chat. I did it on my Spanish channel, but I did a bit of a showcase on my English channel, so you can, take a tour Let me actually search it for you. All right, so copy link, and here you go. That's my snow-covered cities ever, actually, and probably the last one I'll do because it's not a nice theme, to be honest. Actually, you never know. I mean, I tried never to say I'll never do a thing, because every time I said that in my life, I ended up doing that thing. But yeah. Isn't talking to yourself just being a YouTuber? Yeah, I guess there's some truth to that. you might be onto something there. But it's weird when I'm like answering questions, you know, like, and I'm like, you know, the live stream kind of commentary is different from like a regular video, I think. But yeah, I do see your point there. Let's actually grab this 3 guys. All right, so we're getting there. I mean, we covered some ground, not a lot of ground, but some ground nonetheless. I'm just happy to see actual ships in use, because I thought this was totally bugged and I would have to, like, you know, somehow like never use ships anymore. But I'm happy there's movement here, and I bet that once I start putting down some industry and some offices around here, we'll definitely get some spawnage of planes happening at some point, because most of these houses, if I'm not mistaken, are actually freaking empty. But wait, what am I doing here? Oh, okay, no, there's some occupation. Yeah, but like, look, there's a ton here that are like 0 people living in them, you know. But we'll get there. Let's finish, you know, these things are over here. Let's get some fences in place. Actually, this one could just be, well, no, this whole lot is gonna be like that. Let's grab another fence here. Mix it up a bit. And this one comes with a built-in fence, so we're just gonna put it right there. This big hump here. I wonder if I bring this down, yeah, just gonna keep the props up there. Actually, I'm not opposed to that hump there. I wish that the hedge wouldn't like curve a lot, but that's, you know, it is what it is. So let's just continue our fencing activities. Just do something like this. Get rid of this one. Move the house a little bit backwards here, maybe even to the side, so there's you know, cars can come in there. And this one, I'm just gonna eyeball it real quick. Again, most of these fences are gonna be covered by trees and vegetation, so it's not like you will see them, even though it really kind of bugs me when they're like completely like skewed and crooked. So let's try to at least get it aligned to the grid. There we go, not too shabby. In fact, I can just use this as a reference now. Literally copy this and paste it right next to this house. Awesome. And let's grab a nice front fence here, or for at least the rest of these houses. There we go. Awesome. So we're gonna need to get this wall here. This one's also probably gonna be crooked. Actually, it doesn't look super crooked. So get rid of this one, get rid of that one, and get rid of that one. All right, it's coming along. What do you think about Spain as an Argentinian? I mean, I've been to Spain a couple times. Actually, I've pretty much driven across the whole country, so that should tell you something. I do like Spain a lot, actually. The culture is so familiar, so similar too. So yeah, I would love to come back. at some point. Even though it feels like Italy is it's closer culturally than Spain. I mean, we had a huge, immigration from Spanish people, but I think Italians were a greater number. So most of our food is mostly Italian, not so much Spanish, but we did inherit the language. So, it's a bit of an interesting mix. I love Italy too, by the way. I've been to Italy only once and for a few days, but I was amazed by it. Love to come back. All right, let's get, I want to find this nasty green fence. Where is it? It's like, oh, here it is. It's so dark, you can't even see it here. I want to complete this wall. Great, and now we're just gonna, let's go grab the tiny version of this one, which is, I don't even know which one it is. I think it might just be this one. No, this is the big one. Where's this small one? This one? Oh, it's just the iron fence. Here we go. All right. I don't know if it's the same, but I'm going with this one. I don't care. Awesome. So get rid of that. Get rid of this. Grab the move thing. There we go. And just keep connecting walls, I guess. Sort of the theme of the episode. Of the episode. I mean, let's go do that. Grab the hedge here. Do that. I'm gonna keep this one closer there so that there's an enough, big garage spot. And I think this block is done too. All right. I'm gonna start wrapping this one up right now because I've been rambling for about 2 hours now. But let me answer some more questions in chat. Have you been thinking what your next project will be? Something old, maybe like 1900s? I already talked about that. I don't know what my next project will be. I think I'm going to be focusing on like smaller projects instead of a long series. I haven't really made a decision, but we still have months and months of work to do here in Seenu. So, I'm not really considering anything at the moment. Will you release the save game once the series is finished? I will. Yeah, this save game will be up on the workshop pretty much like every other series I've made, but only after I'm done, and that's gonna take a long time. Are you planning to make a vlog channel anytime soon? I'm planning on making a vlog soon, but not on a different channel, just on my regular channel. So yeah. Oh, someone wanted to show the some of the areas of the city. Frame rate here is insane. What are all these buses doing there? What's going on? Wait, what? What the hell is this? Let me go. Where's the? Oh my god, this makes no sense. Let me move it there. Actually, I think there was a bus stop right here. Yeah, there we go. That makes way more sense. No, in fact, the bus stop was like literally here. All right, that was crazy. I don't know what happened there. Also, the bus routes are like all messed up. I once I'm done with the city, I'll like do the bus routes like from scratch. Right now, they're just like a placeholder, basically. So yeah, don't look too far into it. Please turn the music down a bit. Is it like super loud? All right. Everyone said the audio was fine, but just turn it down a bit. Are you planning on okay, I read that one. Speak loud. Is really the volume loud? I checked. We did a mic check at the beginning of the episode. Everyone said it was fine, and I do read chat. So, let's see. You like lo-fi beats? I make some myself. I do enjoy it. I mean, for the most part, the reason why I have them as background is because that's the music I can actually license for, a long live stream like this. But I do enjoy it from time to time. This is sort of the main school, by the way. I've been looking at cities in the mountains in Peru, still waiting for some things to happen in CS that will make it possible to build. I think you can make them already. There's a ton of like buildings that could very much fit the Peruvian architecture, and everything else you just do it with props and, you know, foliage and the map theme. These are some of the older neighborhoods, by the way, and it's missing a ton of fences. I need to really come back here and do some maintenance. But at least you get an idea of how things will look like in the future. I haven't been to this intersection in a while. I'm actually really happy with how it looks. Will you do a collaboration anytime soon? Yeah, like I said, next week, GeoGuessr collab incoming. When it comes to cities and all that, there's some things that we're talking, you know, not really want to get too much into that because it may not happen. But yeah, definitely, I'm always looking to do collabs. Opinion of Mexico. I don't know. I've only been to the city of Mexico once, but I definitely want to come back. I like Mexican culture. I love Mexican food. So yeah, Mexican project. I don't know if I want to do a Mexican project. Again, it's like one of those things. It will look very similar to any other thing. So you know, will you be able to do a Caribbean island next? Because it's pretty much Seenu with mountains and just one island. I don't think I'm gonna do tropical again for a while. I mean, maybe at some point I'll do it, but I mean, the theme, I don't think I will repeat the theme like immediately after I'm done with Seenu, if that's what you're asking. I really need to come back and detail all this because I kind of like did them quickly and off camera. Didn't really bother too much. This is like super detailed though, so just enjoy. Yeah, we need some warehouses and things on the other island that we're currently working on, so there's definitely quite a bit of work to be down there. Sorry, I'm quite new, but what is this city based on? This city is based on the Addu Atoll in the Maldives. You can look it up on the Google Maps. What do you think about a northeastern US project? I think Cedar Valley was, you know, had a bit of that in there. I mean, obviously it wasn't like strictly northwestern or anything like that, but maybe, I don't know. Just want to do something new for the most part. If I whatever I do next. But again, I have a lot of work to do here with Seenu still, so you know that could happen in next year. You should do a traditional Japanese city. I don't know very much about, you know, like East Asian culture all that much, so I don't know if I'll be a good person to do that. It will be a nice challenge, but yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that, unfortunately. Sorry. Will your next city be a huge metropolitan type project? Most likely not, because that's unplayable in this game. I like to focus, you know, on like smaller builds. I might do like a super detailed downtown that's just like a very small downtown. I don't know, with some skyscrapers, but it won't be like a massive metropolis. Yeah, this is not the channel for that. Make sure your next project has tribute now. I don't know if my next project will be based on a specific city anyways. It might be inspired on cities, but definitely not an exact copy of it. So yeah. By the way, all these like blocks here, I still need to come back and do pretty much the same work that I was doing on the other side, just so you know. That's why they're all empty. But this is sort of the limit of the city anyway. So after this, it's just going to be all like nature trails and like hiking things. So there's still so much work to do here. It's kind of ridiculous. I feel like I will never finish this project. But we'll get it done. Or at least we'll get it done to a decent percentage. Have you visited Hackney, London? I have not. Or maybe I have, but I didn't know it was called Hackney in particular. When are you adding helicopters to the airport? If you are. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure if I will add them, and if I do, I don't know when. So Man, this frame rate is a disaster. It looks good though. You see all the work that's, you know, in place whenever I record videos, like, and just the super smooth cinematics. That takes some time to record. Have you ever visited Malaysia? I have not visited Malaysia. The eastern I've been to is Varanasi in India. That's as east as I've ventured. Looking at the map as you usually look at. Where's the next place in Europe you'd like to visit? Well, next week I'm going to London. So after that, I definitely want to go to the Netherlands because everyone tells me it's amazing and I've never been to. So that will be next on my list. I definitely want to go back to Germany too. I've only been to Berlin for a couple days. Sorry about that. But yeah, definitely want to come back there. All right, I think I'm gonna be wrapping this one up. FPS is decent, stop complaining. Dude, it's I get like 5 FPS here, so it's definitely not okay. But it's definitely not the trees or the props, it's the buildings that are actually the bottleneck here. In any case, this is what everything looks like. Hope you get you've gotten a good view. We did accomplish quite a bit. I'm happy with the. I mean, we only did this, you know, tiny neighborhood, but this will actually save me quite some time whenever I continue developing this area. Might do that on camera, or sorry, I might do that off camera, or you know, during another live stream. The next episode of Seenu will take some time, actually. Probably won't be out for the next 2 weeks because, you know, I'm gone next weekend. So I'm gonna do my best to get another, even if it's a short one, get another episode soon. At some point, again in the next couple of weeks. But I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you all for showing up. This was a fun live stream. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. And if I didn't, you can tweet me at twitter.stricttoaster. Oh my god, I can't even get that right. Twitter.com/stricttoaster. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/stricttoaster. And you can just leave comments on pretty much every other video of mine. I also want to thank again to Zhu Chuanquo for the super chat donation. It's really appreciated. And if you want to also collaborate with the with the channel and you want to get a cool shirt, you can go to stricttoaster.com/store and just get an awesome. We have shirts, stickers, a whole bunch of things, and all that I get like a small tiny percentage that I can then use to reinvest into the channel. But yeah, that has been all for now. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and yeah, I'll see you next time.